Okay, so I decided to test myself to see, am I a good player? Can I beat people one-on-one? Am I decision making correct? Am I skilled at my champions? My win rate is 96%. I played 220 games and I won 211, right? And this is my win rate per tier or division. It's per division, right? So I bet challenger, grandmaster players, diamond players, platinum, gold players. Honestly, that's when the fun begins because these players are good. The worst is honestly these guys are very very bad, right? Some bronze players were actually surprisingly good. I think they get very unlucky with teammates. That's why they're stuck in bronze. Because I mean, I played against Zakali and he was bronze, and man, he was so good. Unranked, if a player is really unranked and he doesn't know what he's doing, it's going to be extremely boring because what's going to happen is he's going to get turret shots and he's going to try to fight you in your own minion wave and he just out loses. But in unranked, there are also smurfs. So it's a little bit diluted statistics in here because some unranked players, like you could feel they were at least platinum or diamond. The way they positioned, the way they CS'd, the way they picked items, right? But anyway, doesn't matter. So 96% win rate. So am I a good player? Absolutely, right? Top pick champions. Like I played just Nasus and Tryndamere because that's the only champions I know how to play. Um, so that's the top champions I've faced. So most of the time you'll be playing against Akali. Like 1 in 10 games are going to be against Akali or Yasuo. Yasuo is like always picked. Okay, out of those toughest matchup, out of those six, good Aurelia for Nasus is very difficult. If she catches you on her E level 3, she's going to basically all in you and kill you under turret. With Zed, if he gets level 6 before you and he lands, like with Zed, it's very simple. He's very very simple. The way he beats you is like this. If he lands his Q on you with the shadow, you will get his electricity proc or whatever. It's like a lightning comes from it's a rune basically, right? If he lands it one time, right, and then if he gets level 6 before you, he will all in you and he will kill you under turret. That's it, right? The only way to survive this is you have to pick regeneration runes as Nasus. Let's say you're playing against Nasus, right? As a Nasus, you have to dodge his double Q. If he hits you with double Q, his shadow thingy, that's it, right? It's like this, right? He hits his double Q on you, he hits level 6, he all-ins you, and you're almost dead, right? That's it. Like I was able to survive a lot of those games, but if the game drags and you're level 9 and he could not execute you, he simply automatically loses the game. That's it. Okay. As a Tryndamere, it's very simple to beat Zed. Like very, very simple to beat Zed. Just dodge his Qs and that's it. That's all you do. Just dodge his Qs. As soon as he wastes his shadow, because he needs to deal damage to you, so he will spam his shadow. As soon as he wastes it, you just punish him. And you do it over and over and over. Eventually he runs out of health because you can regen, he cannot. He will try to all in you, be ready for that, and then just disengage. And once his R is down, you can just do whatever the hell you want with him. He's so squishy. Against him, I would recommend like you can go defensive, but it's gonna get very boring because it's gonna become very hard to kill him because he can escape really well. He won't be able to kill you if you go defensive, but you will struggle to kill him as well because he has so many escape mechanisms. I would go probably attack items. It's riskier, but it's more interesting at the same time. And if you catch him, you can punish him really well. If you go offensive items and he misplays, you can punish him and just basically 2 crits. If you all in him and you get 2 crits, he dies. That's it. Right. The way to beat him is like this, right? He spans his shadow, he misses his double Q, You catch him on your W, you all in him. If you get 2 crits, he's dead. That's it. That's it. Yasuo is obnoxious matchup. Depends on team. Depends on the player you're playing against. Same goes for Akali. Akali, like if he's a beginner, he's going to engage with his shroud. As soon as his shroud wears off, if you're Tryndamere, you just W him and you just all in him, and that's it. He dies. There's really nothing he can do against it. If you're playing as Nasus against Akali, you have to stack. Like I tried winning with E spamming, so she shrouds, I spam my E. The problem with that approach is she's going to heal off you a lot. Because every time you try to heal up, like you try to Q, she's gonna Q you back and she's gonna attack you and she's gonna heal back up very quickly. Nasus versus Yasuo, you just stack and you win. Yone versus Yasuo or versus Nasus is exactly the same as Yasuo versus Nasus. They're exactly the same matchups. Aurelia Tryndamere, you beat her at every single stage. Make sure your Fury is up, and that's it. Aurelia versus Nasus, survive early game. You outscale her like crazy. Riven is honestly very bad champion. Like just plain and simple horrible champion. I don't think people should play Riven. Because it's very easy to beat her with Nasus. You can do whatever you want with her. She has no sustain. She will try to cheese you all in early. Like she'll be sitting in the bush and she will try to kind of do damage to you. So just avoid that and that's it. Just turret farm on 100 Q farm, you just beat her and that's it. As Tryndamere, you beat her all the time. Doesn't matter what she does. The worst champion on this map on Aram is Katarina, I would say. Never play Katarina on Aram. Jesus, she's so bad. I won a game against the silver Katarina as Nasus, and I decided to just beat her with auto attacks, and I won with auto attacks. Just W and auto attacks. I didn't even Q her. I just like auto attacks. Like I don't know, maybe the items she picked were bad, but she has no sustain and her damage without items is so bad. It's like beyond ridiculous. It's just so bad. I think she took a conqueror, right? That was the problem. I think she took conqueror. So she effectively was playing without a keystone when you think about it. There are so many ways to beat her with Nasus. You can just E spam, just buy Tear of Goddess and Horn for your health regeneration, and just E spam and her health just depletes and she dies. That's it. Or you can just Q stack and W max and all in her when you have 200 stacks, and that's it. There's nothing she can do. Honestly, like Katarina is trolling in one-on-one, 100% trolling. What other champions were trolling? Let's look at. Oh, Shaco, don't pick Shaco. 1-1. Very bad champion. Because his whole idea is he puts a lot of traps in the bush, and if you just don't go into the bush, he just automatically dies. Loses, you know. Nidalee is the same shit, don't pick her. Very bad champ. Oh, Talon. Very strong champion. 1-1. Very, very strong. Also, Rengar. Very strong 1-1 champ. Alright, so that's it. 96% win rate. You the man. Take care. Bye bye.